Okay, I gotta start over again. My finger hit the off button. This will be a short video, so I don't want to split it up in two videos. So, again, I successfully tested the propane startup and ran for several minutes yesterday with no backfires, no issues. Started up real easy, operated like it was designed to operate. And I think I started up a couple times. You could check the video, dated yesterday. And I decided I was going to close the video, and then I didn't video the gasoline run, but I did a gasoline run and drained all the gasoline out of the tank and just walked off. And noticed that about an hour later, it was still running, and then second hour, it stopped. So I assume it ran out of gas. But today I'm back up here. I'm going to check it, check the startup and operation and propane, see what happens. So again, my last video I messed up. I just turned this off, turn this on, switch to propane mode, turn this valve on. Oh crap, this has been on all night. I don't know if my battery's going to be dead, but let's see. Or did I can't remember. Okay, that was successful. That was 2 days in a row. It ran good. This is on propane. I'm gonna shut this guy off. Shut this guy off. Ran flawlessly. So I don't know what the issue was. What I did, to recap, if you look through all the videos, if you bother doing that, which I don't recommend, things I did, I inspected the valves and did some screw ups there, but it turned out the valves are fine. So that was a waste of time, a lot of time. There's a whole story behind that. I just recently changed the spark plug. They had a weird brand spark plug in here, which I changed it to NJK. I guess that's more of a quality plug. I remember as a kid seeing that brand, so I assume it's a good quality plug. And I just did that recently. So that might have been it. Also, what I did was bypass this fuel selection valve. took the plumbing out. The propane used to come through the propane tank to the hose into that firewall there, and pop out that firewall and come into the other side of this pipe. So I basically, this pipe used to plug right in here. So I took that off and just brought it right to the source, and this goes right before the carburetor here. And did the same thing with the fuel valve. This pipe right here used to plug in here, and I guess the gas tank used to plug into here. I can't remember which one it was, but basically this pipe comes directly to the carburetor. So this fuel bypass does not do anything, except there are some safety switches here wired up to sense the position. And I don't know what they are, so I'm still using it. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. I'm still using it to select what type of fuel I use, because when I hit it with gasoline, there's an electronic switch that activates, and I'm not sure what it does. And then this basically doesn't activate either switch. And if I do this, it activates the propane switch. So, not knowing what it does, I just go ahead and select this to the type of fuel I'm running. Another question is, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to start this. Turn my installed valve on. I guess got to look around the manual, but here it says selection 1 is voltage, selection 2 is hertz, selection 3 is hours. But you'll notice there's actually 3 selections, four selections, not just 3. So I'm going to turn this on. You'll see me push this button, and it'll scroll through 4 selections, not 3. This says press mode button to cycle information. So I got 4 windows of information that's going to show up here, not just 3. So I don't know what that 4th one is. I'm just going to have to scrutinize the manual for that. But let's see what happens here. Turn the power on. Electricity, turn that on. figured it out. I guess the fourth one is the runtime, as in the initial start. Like if I started this up and ran it 30 minutes and went to that last screen, it would say 30 for 30 minutes. Then it resets when I shut it off and start it up again. It will start a timer. It's basically a timer, run timer for that sequence, for that session, I should say, session. And the other one's kind of like a Hobbs meter, we used to call it in the aviation industry. So you got your voltage, frequency, Hobbs meter, and run timer, session timer. So it's just a nice feature if you want to know how long it's been running, I guess, for fuel burn or whatever. But it does have a fuel gauge up here. Probably hard to read. But I think I just solved that mystery. Pretty sure that's what it is because I ran it for a minute and it went from 0 to 1. So I think I'm going to take it down and hook it up to the two 100-pound tanks. And hopefully it works down there and nothing weird happens between here and there. So next video will be putting it in place. And I'll be running off two 100-pound tanks in series or parallel. No, in series. So that's all I have for this one. So in conclusion, this one was a successful test. Looks good. Everything looks good now. Still not sure what was going on with this. 100% sure. I'm not convinced that it was the plumbing of the fuel selection valve, because it did behave the same way for one day when I had the plumbing bypassed. And I'm starting to think it was some kind of short going on in the ignition system. I'm not sure. I'm not surprised if this will come back and haunt me. But let's see. Oh, by the way, I put the old air filter back in because I still hadn't got the new air filter. But I plugged the hole that got burned in. It burned a hole in the foam air filter from backfiring. It backfired and blast a flame coming out of the carburetor and would melt. It melted a hole in the foam. So I ordered a new one. I actually ordered two. I can't find the two that came. So I just put the old one back and plugged it with a paper towel, watered up paper towel, and put it back. And I have another on order. And what's going to happen is I'm going to receive that new one and then stumble on the two filters I ordered last month. And then I'll have 3 brand new filters. Bet you $100 that's going to happen. And that'll be it for this video.